All right, so it is the day after UFC Fight Night Cannonier versus Borralho, and I'll basically be going over my reactions to it. First off, we're gonna start off with the canceled bout of Nathan Fletcher versus. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out his name. Ramaska. It basically got canceled because Fletcher was forced out of like the match due to a medical concern. So hopefully he feels better. But yeah, no. So we're gonna count that as like a wash. First off is Wong Chong versus Victoria Leonardo. Uh, Pretty fast match, honestly. Like a minute and 2 seconds into it. And the thing I didn't really understood about Wong Chong is like I don't really follow much women's MMA. I'm just gonna be for real. Is that like she actually beat Valentina Shevchenko in kickboxing, and she's basically just coming back to basically be like, oh hey, like I'm gonna beat her too. So honestly, I mess with it. Gives off very much Alex Pereira vibes. People were saying that this is probably going to be like the Alex Pereira of like women's MMA, and honestly, I can see why. But I'll say there is one difference. She has charisma. Pereira has stoicness. So it's two sides of the spectrum, but the same mentality. So I kind of enjoy that. But no, yeah, she just basically just slept her with like a clean, just like a clean ride, and then just absolutely just obliterated from there. So yeah, overall, like pretty fun match. I know if I predicted she would win, so glad I found that one right. You guys were wondering, like my cough is feeling a little bit better this morning, so it feels a little bit better. Still gonna be coughing about here and there, but that's the point. Jacqueline Calcanti versus Josiana Nunes. I got the prediction right that Jacqueline's gonna win. However, I did not expect it to really go to a split decision. Which I mean, like, I don't really see why, because it was just kind of like, unless we're arguing around like time like in between like on the map, because it's like if you look at it, this is like a pure striking exchange, just with a lot of like jabs and counter punches. So the fact that this rule like a split decision was honestly a little crazy for me. Like I'm just kind of like looking through. It's like yeah, no, it's like a lot more headshots, a lot more like higher volume and that sort of stuff. And then just like I mean, like, yeah, true. It is fair to say, kind of like, oh, a lot of her punches were at distance, and like she didn't really get much of like a kind of like a ground and pound situation. Which I mean, like, okay, fair, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, what do you expect? There's like a 6 inch height difference. Like, what do you expect? So yeah, no. So overall, I got this pick right. This one, this one also ended in a split decision, and yeah, no, this one's actually fair. Like, it's actually a fair split decision. Like, yeah, like the first round, very even. Like both these two fighters were about like the same type of like level of it. Round two clearly goes to Borishev, and then the third round clearly goes to James. Like clear say it was his first round that kind of got questioned. Like I can understand like why he kind of went by that because it's like because Borishev was working more of that body that first round, but still got some headshots in, while James was more like hitting out the legs. However, Borishev was like finding that head and just kind of just overall just doing damage to it, and then it kind of just like pure like striking exchanges like all around. It's like overall still like it's not even like, it actually was a more entertaining fight. It actually was. This is actually one of the few like split decisions where I'm like, okay, this actually valid. Like it's actually valid. You can argue a split decision. Like the main difference is what like an attempted takedown and then three three extra significant strike shocks. Like I mean, yeah, like got more clinch, a little bit more groundwork, and that sort of stuff. So I mean, it's like overall, it's like not a bad fight actually. I kind of enjoyed that. Zachary Reese and Jose Daniel Meda. The fact this went to a decision was kind of crazy because I thought Zachary was going to just was just gonna rock him because he's just so like big. He's just so huge. The fact he just didn't get a finish, I thought was kind of crazy because he was just dominating him the entire time. Like look at this first round. He got a reverse takedown, got 27 more strikes in, had a sub attempt, and just absolutely just mauled him. The second round was more of like just a stand up game, and the third round was just like he was just taking him down all he wants. Like I'm still very surprised the fact that this did not end in a finish for him because he was just dominating the whole time. And like look at this, like look at the stat differential, like what? Like come on, like he should have like won by a knockout. Still, he still fought really well. Like I actually am more like I kind of want to see Zachary kind of do well. Like honestly, in my opinion, I feel like if he were to like clean up his technique a little bit, I feel like he would have been like. I feel like would have been better. I felt like I said, he's just strong. He was a strong guy for it. I think he could probably like go up the rankings. Honestly, that's awesome. How my view is. And yeah, I did predict him to win. I honestly forgot who I predicted from these two to win, but I believe it was James. I think it was James. So currently we're at 3-1, and then Dennis Bosca versus Francis. I believe I picked Francis to win this, so the fact that I kind of got that right was pretty good. And again, like the fact this went to like a split was kinda because like the first round clearly it belonged to Francis. He got the takedown, same set of strikes, and just got a lot more like ground pound situations. Okay, second round, yeah, okay, I can actually agree it being more of like Dennis because of him keeping him off the. Okay, yeah, no, actually, like I can kind of see why it's a split decision. However, I think he did a lot in the first round to the point where it kind of just secured him the win, and he just had to like keep. He just had to keep going in order to survive. And like, yeah, no, like obviously, just like look at this. It's just kind of like he was doing like very good work throughout the entire time. Honestly, just kind of like enjoyed it pretty well. And no, yeah, honestly, like it was just like all these matches are just long, so it's like a lot of details from it just kind of like merges in together. Like Francis was doing well with like the takedowns, like he kept attempting them, which that was pretty good. And then just overall, just like he was winning, he was actually doing pretty solid in striking than I thought he would have. Like he got more strikes, however, like Dennis got more of the significant strikes. So like that was kind of something that was a thing. And honestly, for like the headliner preamps, honestly, not that bad. Really not that bad. So overall for this one, I went 4-1 for predictions, and overall for this card for this prelims, I give it a I give it a B minus. I give it a B minus because Zachary Reese was pretty entertaining. Um, the fact that he had a fight got canceled. The fact that Jacqueline basically was just kind of having like a whole counterpunch striking match, and then just overall, just like could have been like a little bit more exciting names. Like the only exciting name I really can see is Zachary Reese, kind of like for like possibly middleweight, and also like Wang Chung. Like those, like these two were kind of the ones that were like pretty entertaining for me throughout the entire time. So it was just like for that, I just kind of give it a B. Next, we go on to the opener for the main event. Edmund Shabazin versus Gerald Mirashan, and I enjoyed the fact that it was like this old veteran just getting like one last few wins he can get in his career. And again, it's just like I thought Edmund was gonna win because I knew for a fact like because I thought his takedown defense would be good enough in order to keep him ground standing to where he can just like win. But I also did say that Jared, if he were to get his hands on him, he would submit him, and that's kind of what happened. Like just submitted him, got to the ground, and then just worked. And like yeah, no, as you clearly see, like the striking of it was just like he was just like Jared was just getting worked the entire time, absolutely like dog walked. Just striking, but landed his takedown, and then at that point he just went to work. He didn't want any smoke on the feet. He didn't want any of that work. So he did what was his best. And honestly, good respected. I honestly respected. Next up is Neil Magny versus Mikael Morales. Honestly, this fight ended the way I kind of expected it to be. However, I did not expect it to be in the first. I did not expect it to be a 1 round knockout. That honestly caught me off guard because just like look, just like I understood knew for a fact going into it, where it's like the striking would have been like pretty easy to kind of like give it to Michael Morales. However, like when he got that knockdown, I was just like, oh shit, yeah, no, Neil Magny's getting rocked, and then he just got the KO. And honestly, it was just kind of like, yeah, like Neil Magny is just up there in age. Still respect him, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, dude, you gotta consider like retire, not retiring, but more just like, yeah, consider just like what's gonna happen with your career. Honestly, at this point, that's not what my opinion of it is. And then for the one thing I did not understand because I don't really keep up with it as much, but they had like the Ultimate Fighter shit right here for featherweight and middleweight. They had this, so honestly, I just didn't know. That's on me for not doing my prior research for it, but probably should check it out because these are actually really good fights. Marlon Santos basically he's like first round nervous, not too many strikes, just kind of working around, and all of a sudden second round just come by and it was just boom, like he just found it and just like went to work immediately. And also, yeah, I probably should have been able to figure out because who the hell's wearing this for the photo? Who the hell's wearing this? I should have done research. That's like come on, I should have known immediately. This is like some Ultimate Fighter shit. But no, overall, I was like happy to see him win. Honestly, would probably check a season because he was really good, really technical with like technical and just like smooth into like the knockout. Honestly, like really respected. Uh, Robert Valentin versus Ryan Lauder. Honestly, so I got this prediction right again, like also the Ultimate Fighter one for middleweights, and it's thinking low. I can actually give like a fair opinion. Again, like Ryan Lawler was also really good during the fight. He just kind of worked Robert the entire time. He just worked him. Like he just kind of showed more of like that grit, more of like that energy, more of that willingness to kind of like try to like work and just kind of like get get to like the finish. And again, overall, just like very impressed by it. Again, can this thing load so I can actually give a more in depth detail of it? But no, yeah, honestly, it was like again, I was like, I know I watched the Golden Fighter like a little bit here and there, but at the same time, it was like not really much recently. So honestly, probably should have done some more research before I kind of figure out like, oh, like they're having their finale, which honestly makes sense for it being like an Apex. Like that's honestly a pretty fair thing. It's gonna be one of the few matches they're gonna have for like the Apex, for, like the true Apex. What it is. So honestly, like pretty fair. Again, can this thing load, please? Computer, computer, load, please. No, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And this work. Come on, here, just wait, just wait. Hurry up, please. Hurry up. Hurry up, please. What if I were to just hit this real quick? Or refresh this? Yes, refresh, please. Okay, so finally we actually got the bonuses. So if this thing can load, You know, in the meantime, we'll talk about performances. Okay, Gerald winning performance of the night. Honestly, pretty valid for how old he is. And Michael Morales just absolutely just basically little broing Neil Magny the entire time to get a KO. Pretty deserving. Are you kidding me? Yes, I'm gonna wait. Don't wait for me to do. Not wait. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so honestly, like match kind of went how I kind of expected it to go. Where it was just like where we were gonna see a lot of striking from Robert, however, like which honestly for me was kind of surprising because I thought he would have done like a little bit more, but just like no, he just seemed just tired. Just seemed more like it was still a good. It was a good match more from like Ryan. Again, he just worked him the entire time because he was working on his punches, landed a takedown. All of a sudden, reverse sub attempt, sub attempt, and then just basically was like a kind of like a wrestling match for like the first round, and then just second round. Like the second round, it was just kind of Ryan was not playing that game. He was just beating the dog shit out of him in the second round. Yeah, so honestly, so definitely should probably watch for Ryan and Santos. Probably should definitely watch like the older season just to get more information about these fighters because both of them fought really hard and really well. Honestly, I could see them actually performing like pretty well in their divisions. I won't say about next up, but like we can try to see it. Co-main event: Tabitha Ritchie versus Angela Hill. Makes sense of why it was a unanimous decision because of the takedown differential. The striking was about the same. Like yeah, no, there was honestly just like there wasn't an argument to trying to. It was just Tabitha Ritchie just trying to like just honestly just like working. Really, she was just trying to like get work her rhythm, get her takedowns, and then just like yeah, no, like honestly, it was a pretty boring match. Honestly, like it was one of the matches where I was like, okay, time to use a bathroom break, and also just like work on like last night's NFL preseason recap. So this was a pretty good match to kind of like use and kind of take time to watch it. Oh, it was pretty fun. Pretty soft fight. Got this pick right also. Last up, Caio Borralho versus Jared Cannonier, the main event. Okay, yeah, the fighters are fuck. What the fuck is up with them? Because it's just like holy shit, I did not expect that. Like, first round was kind of how I expected. It was Jared Cannonier usually is a slow starter to start all of his matches, so just like knowing the fact that he would just like slowly just kind of like work himself into it, and I know like Caio in the first round they were both kind of just like feeling each other out. That was kind of like standard, and then just second round, Jared's feeling a little more comfortable and trying to work his more of his offense. But he was just missing a good amount of shots. Like I was like being more smart, trying to like be more technical, just trying to like move around that stuff. Third round came by, and it was just like, dude, he just immediately just went to work. He figured it out and just started trying to like maul him for the rest of the match. He was just trying to maul this man. And then just like in the third round, like he wobbled him, Jared, which I was like, oh shit, I did not expect Jared to be wobbled by that from him. Like he was getting like worked. Fourth round was just kind of like him continuing that onslaught, and then the fifth round he fucking rocked him. Like he rocked him hard. Like I knew for a fact. Like at some point I was like, damn, these refs really wanted Jared to get knocked out at some point because I was just like, there is no way. But also, kind of speaks to the toughness of Jared Cannonier, the fact he's able to walk through all of that and just kind of like be fine for it. Also, again, huge respects for the Killer Gorilla, massive respects. And overall, this fight was actually pretty entertaining. In the third, fourth, this fight was pretty entertaining outside of the first round. Once it got past the first round, that's when it started like being entertaining. The first round, that's like this is kind of like standards for like everything. But the first round is usually like the most boring. But like the longer it goes, the more entertaining it is. Unless you're someone like Alex Burrow who decides to be like Chanma left hook everyone to death. Well, that's the point. Overall, yeah, no, this is actually a good fight. I honestly see kind of good things for Kaio. I honestly think he's probably be up the rankings. He's saying he wants to fight Juricus. I don't think your time is there yet, really. If you were to ask me, I think finding someone maybe like I don't know, like Robert Whitaker, probably maybe Hamza could be a good one. Bo Nickel could be a pretty fun one to see him. Just see him just absolutely just torch him. I don't think they can give. I don't think Izzy would fight him. I don't think Strickland would fight him. I don't think. I think who else would be a kind of a solid one. I think Gastelum would be kind of like a solid fight for him. But for like Jared, Jared still fought really hard. So like, yeah, he lost, but it wasn't like a super huge loss because he had worse losses throughout his career. So honestly, for like Jared, I honestly wouldn't mind like a Paulo Costa. I forgot. Paulo Costa would be going. And honestly, speaking of which, Jared Cannonier should fight Paulo Costa. The two swollest motherfuckers in existence fighting, brawling out against each other. That would be entertaining to see. But overall, yeah, I would give this. I would give like this main card probably like I'd give this like a B plus. I had kind of like more of like a boring match between, and we just had finish, and then just kind of like outside first round. I give this like a B plus, A minus. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like kind of give like an A minus. We had like kind of like two like up and comers that would actually be pretty good for the sport. We got Unk being dropped, and then we got Unk winning. So we got two different Unks, shocking everyone, and then just overall, just yeah, no, honestly, pretty entertaining card. For an Apex card, this is pretty good. And honestly, if you were asking for a rating for this fight, rating for this entire like fight night, I'll probably give this like a B plus, B. Like overall, like pretty entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a couple like some boring matches here and there, but overall, I was like no for like it being the Apex, it was actually pretty fun. But no, yeah, that's about it. I know later tonight I'll upload the NFL like kind of preseason recaps, so be on to for that. And yeah, no, that's about every.